Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. So those of you who watch my live stream or have seen any of those videos would know that it's probably a little bit surprising that I make this video. And I have my opinions about the whole YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame thing, and I've made them abundantly clear. Now you may be hearing some background sound, and that's the heater trying to prevent me from freezing to death down here on the main floor. I'm not going to turn it off because, again, I'm freezing to death. I'm also wearing the Packer hoodie because solidarity with the previously departed Green Bay Packers, but also it's damn cold, and back to the thing about the heater. Okay, so here's the deal. I thought about whether I even wanted to make this video for a little bit there, since the whole thing was announced that they would be doing it again. So Mike Baseball Collector did this previously, and then he's handed it over to Jake, formerly Ticket Leprechaun and now Legends Never Die, I believe. Link to that channel in the description. Link to every channel that I'm going to mention in the description as well. So I kept thinking about whether A, I wanted to do it in the first place, given my feelings about it, which I've spoken of, and I'm not going to reiterate here again. But they're not all favorable, just to be clear on this. But I will say one thing, and then I will get to the nominations that I have, and I'll also explain why I have them. So here's the short version. The short version is I genuinely believe that if you think certain channels are worthy of calling out or praise of some kind, you're really not bound to waiting to a once-a-year thing. I get the concept, I get the idea, the whole community building thing, fair enough. But at the same time, I'm very picky about what channels I recommend and things like that, because a lot of times I'll watch certain channels kind of just in the background, and I do enjoy collector-driven content, but given the way I do my channel, I'll do my collector content, and at the same time I'm also listening to different stuff just to get certain different perspectives and things on things that are going on news-wise. And that tends to be a lot of the focus, because when I'm doing the live stream, we'll talk about that. And then we'll also get into the silliness and all of that. The live stream is kind of where I like doing that. And then when I'm doing my videos, if it's not directly pertaining to my collection, then that's where I'm going to be talking the newsier stuff. So a lot of times the collector channels aren't going to help me with that. That doesn't mean I don't watch them, it doesn't mean I don't enjoy them, but it just means they're not my main focus. They're kind of on in the background. But in this case, it's a good opportunity to appreciate some channels that I do occasionally get to watch. Some of them semi-regularly, some of them more than others. I will say my criteria, as far as this is concerned, is not necessarily old guard, new guard. Honestly, if that's your criteria for you, fair enough. I don't care if somebody's old guard, because all that really means is that you started on the platform earlier. That's it. That's all it really means to me. I've been on plenty of platforms where people look at that thing and there's like this weird badge of honor. It's like, no, it just means you started on the platform earlier. I actually care more if you have been able to be consistent, if you have been able to stay on it for the longer period of time, or if you're still finding ways to contribute in some way today, even if you're not making videos all the time. And I'll get to that when I get to a couple of my nominees here. So like I said, I was trying to think of different ways to do it. I had a couple of different ideas of kind of putting a little funny spin on it. Doesn't mean I'm going to take this completely seriously. Let's just be clear about that. But I'm probably just not going to be overly elaborate with it. I had a bunch of thoughts with some editing and some fun stuff I was going to throw in, but yeah. Now, before I unveil the list of nominations, I'm going to make one thing clear. So just in short, given my little preamble there, why am I even making a video? The short answer is that I think some of these channels are worthy, but also one of the things that has occurred in this one, and I've been watching some of the videos kind of to keep tabs and just kind of see what's going on with it, is some people have been nice enough to name the channel. And I feel it would be rude not to at least put forth enough time to at least create a video. I feel like it's the respectful and appropriate thing to do as appreciation for those people that took the time to do that. The second thing is there are some channels that again, would fall under my list that I am going to nominate here that have been getting some votes. So it's one of those things, it's an opportunity for me to help bolster them up and hopefully give them an opportunity to potentially fall into that top 5 that is going to be part of the rules this time. So in that vein, I have created my list. The list of Carlos, if you will, because everything has to have my name on this channel, because that's how we roll around here. So here's the list. I didn't say I'd take it completely seriously. I said I would take it somewhat seriously. Now, I have selected 6 that I'm going to include in here. Again, all collector-focused channels. Old guard, new guard, I really don't give a crap. However, I think a lot of these fall under, and they all meet the criteria. They've all been at least 3 years. Most of these much more than that, and I will talk about a couple of them as far as the contributions and consistent content portion of it, because I think that's important. I think that falls into one of the key categories here for me, just from my criteria. So the first one I'm going to name on the list is Brad8671. So in all my dealings with Brad, he's a great guy, great to talk to, and I've actually invited him on the channel. He was nice enough to give us a little bit of a front row seat, a little bit of perspective from the National, because obviously I didn't get a chance to go, and it was one of those things where it was a great opportunity to chat with him. And of course, you know, Mojo Sports is a big fan of him. And if that's not Hall of Fame worthy, I don't know what is. But in addition to that, if that wasn't enough for you, like I said, great guy, Great positive attitude in the videos, manages to maintain that, and he manages to do it as a Miami Dolphins fan. Like, the man has suffered, as all Miami Dolphin fans have suffered, and yet he continues to maintain a positive can-do attitude, at least as far as the videos are concerned. I can't speak to what happens when the camera gets turned off. The point is, that is commendable. Elect this man. Second, speaking of positive can-do attitude, when I think of positive can-do attitude, when I think of impeccable, unimpeachable fashion sense, there are other people that are impeachable. They could be impeached if that was a thing. Just think about it. Unimpeachable fashion sense, a statesman on the hobby, a calm voice in hobby's troubled waters. AmishDaveArcher. Need I say more? I probably could say more, but most of the things that I would say would be horrifically in bad taste and possibly a series of curses. Dave would probably appreciate that. Allegedly. So, AmishDaveArcher, second one. Very close to that, same idea. Third one. The Broncos 79, Steve. Now, Dave and Steve don't produce as many videos as they once did, as they like to constantly say in their prime, because they're both 85-year-old men. Now, the thing is, I actually kind of waive that general idea, because as I said, I don't care about the whole old guard thing. Don't really care about it. However, the fact is, they've combined forces to do the Instant Revolution podcast, which is a different channel. So by the rules, it would not qualify. But obviously, their individual channels both meet the criteria of the amount of time. But the truth is, even if they're not making regular videos on their own channels, the fact is, by combining forces in that other channel, they're producing consistent content. So it's kind of a community-driven, just kind of a hangout for folks. So in that sense, for me, that still qualifies as contributing in some way towards content making and the community as a whole. So you're still producing something, and you're still kind of carving out your own little niche within the space. So for the folks that are watching it, that's a place to hang out and do their things on the Tuesday. And also, I've had Dave and Steve on the channel as far as live streams are concerned, and I've been over on that channel as well, kind of contributing to the podcast. So as far as I'm concerned, that still gives them a way to participate in the community on a regular basis. So on a weekly basis, they're still producing content in that way, even if their channels don't always have content coming out all the time. For me, that's an easy way to include both of them, and I do see that they're getting a little bit of traction in this one, so this is my way of kind of helping to elevate that. Let's move on to the next three. The next three all kind of fall into the same category in the sense that they're all great collectors, and I do want to kind of help add, amplify what they're already doing, so we're going to do that. So first, the fourth one is going to be Deadguy Cardboard. Great channel, great collection, some fun stuff. I do enjoy watching the variety of different things that is included in the channel, plus he's got a sweet logo. Pretty good. Now, Diamondyard Sportscards, again, great collector. I do enjoy stuff. I haven't interacted with these guys nearly as much, so I can't speak to them personally, but at the same time, I do enjoy their channels, so that's kind of why I'm including them here. And the last one is BirtCat8. I have had the chance to chat with him a little bit, I think as part of the Instant Revolution podcast, not all the time, but in very short sample sizes. Great guy, hobbyist, enjoys it, and I gotta help, I gotta represent for the fellow Packer fan. So, we gotta show some love. So for me, that's enough. I'm actually very content and happy with that. So those are my 6 choices. So Brad8671, elect this man. AmishDaveArcher, also elect this man. The Broncos 79, Deadguy Cardboard, Diamondyard Sportscards, and BirtCat8. Elect these people. Listen to the guy with the logoed clipboard. Like I said, I can't be completely serious in these videos because, frankly, I'm not capable of doing that. That's it. I think that's it. That's as far as I'm willing to go with this whole business. I did include a link to all these channels in the description, so hopefully you're able to get something out of it. For whatever reason you haven't seen them before, check them out. Check out some of their channels, like their videos if you enjoy them. Subscribe to their channels if you enjoy that. So hopefully that contributes to the whole, helping to promote other channels and hopefully giving them a little bit more exposure than they would be otherwise. I don't know if I'll ever do another one of these, so this might be a one and done as far as participating in that. But again, like for the reasons I said earlier, I did want to kind of participate when some people were nice enough to include me in this, and also at the same time, as a respectful nod to them, in addition to helping to try to promote and give a little amplification to some of these channels that were at least getting some mentions. And I thought, well, I'll do what I can to kind of help them out with that. So that's it for this time around. I got more regular videos coming up on the channel as always. Live stream Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern time, as we always do. Talk about whatever's going on in the hobby this time around, whatever the content gods decree. That's it for me this time around. Thanks very much. We'll catch you in the next one.